Grand Rising, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. It's March 7th. It's the new full moon. It's called the worm moon. It's a Native American naming convention, basically indicating when things start coming to life and coming out of the earth for the spring. So it's a sign of things coming back to life, right, and being illuminated. Sorry, I'm in my car, so it's a little, the sound might be a little weird, but I still wanted to check in. It's about 2 hours prior to the peak of the full moon, which is at 7:42 a.m. today. Also, Saturn is going into the sign of Pisces as of this full moon officially. So there will be some shifts that you'll be noticing. But I just wanted to offer some words of encouragement and love today on the full moon. And I'll pull a few cards off camera, but you'll hear me shuffling. But just a few cards to see what Spirit has for us this morning. So I got a message from the Divine this morning to kind of, I've been in a little bit of a slump and not really focused on what comes next, right? Like I've given up all my people, places, and things. And I know I want to be a humanitarian of some sort, right? I want to heal. I'm a healer, so I want to heal people. But what does that mean exactly, right? Like, what's my plan for that? And I do have somewhat of a plan, right? But you know, I was guided to put some work into that, put some thought into that to make it successful. So just a reminder to you too, just to not give up wherever you might be in the process. You know, whether or not you're still you know, in your current situation, or you know, in your unawoken situation, surrounded by people who don't necessarily resonate with you, and in a job that you don't resonate with, it doesn't fulfill you. It could be a multitude of things, but you know, you've probably found this because you're either migrating away from that, you have migrated away from it, like myself. In my particular situation, I've completely detached from everybody and everything, except for the location. I'm still in the general location, but that will change too. I'm trying to figure out what my home base is, so we will see how that goes. But I'm not worried about it. I'm being guided, and I have patience and faith, so I know it will be okay. So know that whatever you're going through, it'll be fine. It will. You know, even if you're listening to this message, you're obviously not one to quit. So this will be no different. You're going to succeed. You'll be fine. Nobody ever says it's easy, but it doesn't have to be all that hard. You know, and that's so funny. So the Eight of Pentacles came out first. So they come out slowly usually as I conversate. So I'll just lay them out. But that's the thing. It doesn't have to be hard. And another message that I was asked to share with you guys is, if there's something that you need, this is a very specific suggestion for somebody. If there's something that you need, no matter what it might be, as long as it's for the greater good, right? Or to support you and your goal for the greater good. It doesn't have any kind of residue on it, meaning and nothing, you know, it's not for you. It's not like a product, you know, bag. I mean, yeah, you could pray for that if that's what you want, but it's more of things of what you need. The Six of Wands came out. Ask the divine, ask your ancestors, ask your guides, ask your angels for it. A good practice, honestly, is before bed. Ask for what you need. Think about what you need to succeed. Either for it could be very like as specific as what you need for the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. Who knows? Depends on how far out you think. I don't think too far out because that's who I am. I think things change. They're so fluid that to plan anything more than 6 months out is just foolish because it has the potential to have the bottom fall out. Like, come on, let's be real. I mean, sometimes as little as a month, the bottom can fall out. And we know that, I know that. It's happened more than once. So you learn your lesson. So, but in any case, ask for what you want. The divine wants you to ask. Like, it's not a greedy thing. Again, as long as it's for the greater good and it's selfless in a sense, you have good intentions behind it. And the Three of Pentacles came out. You're gonna get it one way or another. It might not be the way you expect it. So be careful of what you wish for, right? Make sure it's something that you really want, because you're gonna get it, but it just might not be the way you want it. But the divine wants me to tell you to ask for things that you need, because that's imperative. And he's also telling me that message at the same time. I don't ask. I don't know why I don't ask, because I've been told this myself. I'm even being told to tell you, probably for a good reason, right? And that's how it works. So yeah, ask. But also, another good practice, and you can do this before bed too, or even in the morning. It doesn't really matter when you do it. It's just a suggestion, so you have like a timestamp, a way to do it. Like, I don't know if you have a checklist of things you do before you go to bed, like brush your teeth, and it's just an easier way for me to remember things, like to add them to either the wake up or the go to bed process. I have less of a chance of missing it. But say out loud or write down how your day's gonna go. Like dictate how your day is gonna go every day. If you want to project a little bit further out, that's great too. But really, what you want to focus your energy on, like kind of like your immediate tasks, like what you got to get done and how it's gonna go, and like how you're gonna feel during it. The more expressive you can get about it, and the more you can bring the situation to life in your head, you'll be surprised at how much it truly does impact it. Not only that, but you've put it in your brain as going as such. So you're going to carry yourself in such a manner that it actually does carry itself out like that. So two things. That was the two pieces of advice Divine wanted me to share it with you, is ask for stuff that you need, right? Ask. So it's known. A lot of times we have so many conflicting thoughts in our heads, and the divine, of course, knows our thoughts, but we have free will, and even the divine knows what's gonna be most fruitful for you down the road, it doesn't matter. It's not. Then you have to ask for it. They have to know that it's your will, and that is your true desire. So know that. The Knight of Swords came out, and yeah. So say it out loud, because we do have free will. If you need help with something, you need to ask for that too, because like if you need assistance with a process, or if you need some kind of like dumb luck thing, ask, because we have angels, we have guides. The divine has infinite power. So if you're in favor, and it's for the greatest good, it'll happen. But you have to ask for the assistance, because they won't just go and do it, even if it is for the greatest good, because it's not your will, or they're not sure if it's your will. So ask for it. You'll be amazed at what kind of things are possible when you actually ask for things to occur. And again, make sure that you're asking for things in the light. Don't be stealing other people's opportunities that you don't deserve. Don't ask for something that You know that you ask for a lump sum of money, and you know in the back of your mind that it's really for that, that vacation first. Just be careful. So that's my advice there. And the last card is the High Priestess. So at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. The full moon energy is very powerful. I can definitely feel that. So wow. Okay, so again we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. So those of you who have been drawn to this message in particular, you've put in this work already. You've put in a lot of sacrifice at this point in time. In fact, I believe that you have communication with the divine or source, spirit, whatever you might call it. And yes, you've been working really hard at building your intuition, building your trust in yourself. So this is work on oneself. It's not like outward work. So I don't know if you have another job, a full-time job, but this is actually your spiritual work that's showing up here. And it's been a lot. It looks like when you're not working, you're doing your spiritual work. This has come with some collaboration with others. So I don't know. This has been through collaboration. Your spiritual development has been through collaboration with others. It has not been a self-taught process. So I'll use myself as an example. Maybe I'm even reading myself here, in part, right? I'm a Scorpio, just so you know. But a lot of work went into it. It was a collaboration. In my instance, it was YouTube that was my YouTube family. It helped me grow up and really helped me realize who I am and develop my skills. So I am eternally grateful to my collective. I want to shout them out so bad. I just don't. I'm new and I don't know how all that works. I'm not trying to get any clout because they have some big numbers, and I've been into tarot now for about a year, and I have watched their numbers like every day that I go and faithfully watch their videos because I love them. I just watched their numbers tick up, and I've watched them triple over like the last couple of months that I've been lucky enough to watch them and have them as guides. So and I can tell that they're being led by love and light, and they have true good intent in their heart. So when messages come through, you can tell that they're coming through unclouded, right? Untainted. And there's no interpretation inserted into them. So I can now see that in them. But anyway, so I'm getting off track. So you've put a lot of hard work into your spiritual work. It's been a collaboration. Again, for me, it's my YouTube family. So I don't know if you have friends or family that are spiritualists or what, if it's part of your upbringing or whatever it might be. But for you too, it's been a collaboration. You have the Six of Wands here. So you have success coming your way. So I don't know. I'm getting a feeling that you might be changing occupations, something that is either more spiritually based or something where you can use your spiritual gifts but you're going to have success in that regardless of what it is. Yeah, it feels like I'm reading myself. That's funny. Divine's telling me I'm reading myself as well. Okay, that's funny. And the Knight of Swords, this opportunity is going to come in really, really quickly. Um, and you're going to be getting news about it soon. So, actually, I feel like this is related to the new moon. I mean, the full moon. Why don't say the new moon? Um, I feel like it's related to the full moon. So it feels like it's in the month of March that you will receive some news, or you will make a decision to move on to another career, even possibly a new location, or both. Um, but it looks like this is like a little mini spiritual journey, and it's capped off with the high priestess, um, and this is where that's why I kind of laughed and told me the divine's telling me I'm kind of reading my own story as well. Um, Not a very elaborate one. I'm only pulling 5 cards today, um, just because. But my journey has brought me to realize I am in fact a high priest. So pulling the high priestess card is quite appropriate. But part of that, I started off as wanting to be a tarot card reader, just because I looked up to tarot card readers. You can tell that there's some innate gift that they possess. I don't know if everybody can see that, but I can absolutely see the gift behind it. And it's not something I was ever envious of at all. It was just something that I wanted to attain for myself, right? So I can share in that, and that's, the use of the word collective to me means anybody who wants to tap into that. It's kind of like a moral responsibility to then use whatever the divine is letting you tap into. You have to take that information and you have to disseminate it to people who are waiting for the message, or seeking the message. So it's a lot of responsibility that you're being given. So it's not given lightly. So yes, I got a tarot deck, and of course you have to learn the meaning of the cards and all that. But that's the easy part. It's really being able to tap in. It's learning the process of tapping in, and as you do, the cards start to speak to you. Not only that, but the cards, you notice. Well, I noticed, even for myself. I don't pull for myself, I shuffle for myself, and I'll let a card fall out here or there, and it will tell my story. And it's just really interesting on how the energy shifts, and your mind shift is what initiates you into, these spiritual roles, right? It's just a matter of dedication and just keeping your channels open and not falling back to sleep in between. And I guess that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble deciding what I want to do when I grow up. It's because I don't want to go back into a job necessarily where I fall back to sleep, right, and get into my old cycle. And I don't want to say lose my spirituality, because I don't think you can lose it. I don't think I'll ever lose this mindset that I have now. But just nonetheless, getting into the routine, the humdrum every day, Monday through Friday, that's something I'm not too interested in doing. So I'm just trying to be very selective about what I do, because I want to be passionate about it. Because again, there's 2 cardinal rules that the divine has said, for success in any career, really. And obviously, going to be variations of this. It's going to work differently for everybody. But first and foremost, you just have to love what you do. That's it. You have to love what you do. It doesn't matter what it is. If you like scrubbing toilets, great. If you like making pizzas, great. It doesn't really matter what it is. And the second thing is the divine just asks that we figure out a way to make what we enjoy, what a part of our gift is, like, and turn it into something that helps others. That's it. It doesn't have to be 100% selfless. It has, because it's your career, it's your way of living. God doesn't say you have to be poor. God doesn't say you have to give everything away. But is there a way that you can make money and still help people, right? And the more generous you can be, the more you get back anyway. So it behooves you just to be as generous as you can to, as from the start, without being foolish, of course, right? Always serve yourself first. Always make sure that your cup is full, and then, fill other people's cups. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to keep that in mind, because these are all messages. Everything that came through today was really for me. But it doesn't matter. It'll help somebody out there. I'm new. I think I have my Venmo in the description. Yeah, so I'm going along this journey, and things are not settled out yet, and I'm just keeping you attuned to what's going on as I go through the process, because I'm kind of like in a trust fall right now with the divine, where I'm fully trusting that he has a plan for me, and I'm doing my due diligence. And part of my due diligence are these videos, right? He's communicated to me that I need to share my story to help other people, and there's a lot to my story, and these are just going to be like little snippets and whatever comes up, right? But I look forward to getting to know the collective better, through just energy shifts, sharing, anyway, and just being part of the community. I thank you for your time. Make the most of this full moon. I just light my little moon candle there, and that was it. That was kind of like, that was it. I just said some prayers last night. Always for the greatest good, always trying to rejuvenate and let go of things, and making room for more beautiful things to make their way in. So it's like, what time is it now? It's almost 6 a.m. So another, hour and a half, pretty much, until the full moon officially gets here. I'm going to take my ass to the gym, since I'm parked right out front of it. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. I offer you some healing and unconditional love, and I hope you'll come back and get some more. But I will be in contact soon. Take care.